Hello, beautiful soul family, and welcome back to Light Language with Nubia. I have another episode of Dream Time with Nubia. And in this reality, in this version of self-me, my soul took me to remember a lifetime in India, where I was an Indian woman, and we have been so many things throughout time and space, but the soul remains the same, experiencing different realities. And I show up, in dream time. You don't ask where you go or what type of that reality you see. You just show up. In this reality, I was in India, and I have a feeling that I fell in love with an Indian prince, but he was not this royal aspect to me. When I met him, he would disguise himself as a normal person in order to be in India and do his studies. And somehow along his studies and what he would do, he met me at some point in that reality. I also have a feeling that his parents sent him to a location to study, and the parents were at another place within India, but not like in the same city or state. It was far away from them, where he wouldn't see the parents all the time, only like for special occasions he would have to travel back. But all along this time, he pretended to be a normal person like I was, but he fell in love with me. And it makes so much sense, because if we go back to my soul essence, I am royalty in other universes. In Earth, I played the character of, royal, and that's still within my soul wherever I'm at. Even though I show up in another reality, in another country, that soul of who I am has that information. I know how to be myself, and that's all I know. But these royal characters, because they're royal, we're unequal. How I behave, how I act is the same as them. So I don't know if we got married in secret, away from the family. Where I show up in the scene that I see through my dream time, I'm 7 months pregnant, and he decides to share with his parents of my identity, who I am, and he decides to tell them that I'm pregnant, and he is taking me to see the parents wherever they're at. And when we show up to the place where they live, I have to keep on seeing the doctor for my pregnancy and everything that is going good. And one of the days that is time, it's a day for my appointment to see my OB doctor. I go early to my OB just to be in time, and then as you're pregnant, you have to pee a lot, So in one of those times, I go see my OB doctor, and I stop somewhere to go to the restroom because I always have to pee. My belly's already so big, and I could only hold my bladder so long. So I stop somewhere, and I happen to hear my mother-in-law was outside of the location where I was at, talking to a hitman, and she's giving the orders to make it seem like an accident. So she sent somebody to kill me because she was not okay for the royal prince to be in marriage with a woman that it was not approved by them, and she did not want that bloodline in her lineage or her family. So she was paying the hitman that was gonna kill me, and he didn't know what I looked like, but she told him that I had an appointment with a certain doctor at a certain time and that I would show up there, and that's how he would know that it was me. Of course, when I heard that, I started crying and bawling, like how would a person want a pregnant woman with a child inside be killed? Like, no heart. It was so emotional. But as Indian woman, you're very covered. The clothing that you wear was very covered, everything. So once I saw it was safe for me to leave, I left the place where I was at, and I even bumped into the serial killer, or the person that was hired to kill me. And I was just like, oh, sorry, and he had no clue it was me because he didn't know who the woman was. So at that moment, I was like, I have to get out of here. I have to get out of here, go straight to the airport. I have to get out of here. And I did. I had enough money, and I just went straight to the airport. But my husband, because he has always been this royal aspect, he always had somebody watching me afar, where my husband knew that something was going on. So when I arrived to the airport, he arrived immediately. And he only had like a very confident person that would follow me, because that was his trust man. And he would always follow him wherever he would go, losing track of himself as well. And he arrived to the airport, and I told him everything that happened. But he said, okay, they know that we are here because you have an airplane ticket to this location under your name and everything. But he said, and that's the end of our track here. And I don't know how, we left elsewhere, changed our identities, and started a new life. Him leaving everything he had with me, and we started a new life and rebuilt, because we had the knowledge and intelligence of who we are. We were able to build and be wealthy and start this new life without having to have those controls of the royal aspects and all that. And at the end of that dream time, I saw myself, and I already had 2 children, a girl and a boy. I don't know if I had twins in me. And we were very happy. We created our own branding for our company, and it was very successful. And we were very happy because we were in love and we had our children. Oh, I want to cry just thinking about it. So just wanted to share with you another self of who I am in India as an Indian woman. And I wanted to share with you all, so you all know that you have been so many things throughout time and space, and the essence of your soul remains in every character that you play throughout creation. I love you with all that I am, and I'll see you next time for another beautiful episode of Dreamtime with Nubia.